If you're a man over 40, juggling work, family, and every other responsibility life keeps throwing at you, if you're watching your body change in ways you never signed up for, I need you to stay with me for the next few minutes, because I'm going to show you why everything you've been told about getting fit after 40 was designed for 22-year-olds with nothing but time on their hands. I'm going to show you a completely different approach, one built specifically for men who have real lives, real obligations, and still want to look strong, feel capable, and have the energy to show up for the people counting on them. My name is Ron. I'm an IFBB pro bodybuilder, 65 shows over 30 years. I won the 2019 Mr. Universe overall. I've trained thousands of people, billionaires, professional athletes, and regular guys with desk jobs who have demanding families and commitments. And the thing that separates the men who actually transform their bodies after 40 from the ones who stay stuck, it's not what they know, it's not how hard they work, it's something most coaches never even talk about. Here's what most guys over 40 experience. You're not lazy. You probably played sports when you were younger. You have discipline, but at some point, maybe it was the promotion, the kids, the years of stress piling up, the body starts going in a direction you didn't choose. You do what any smart guy does. You Google it, you watch YouTube, you download a program, you try the intermittent fasting thing, the keto thing, the high intensity class your buddy won't stop talking about. And maybe it works for a week, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then life happens, travel happens, a late night at the office happens, and you're right back where you started. Here's the part nobody tells you. Those programs weren't built for you. They were built for men with no mortgage, no 7 a.m. meetings, no kids' soccer game on Saturday, men whose only job is showing up to the gym. And so the industry turns around and tells you you're not consistent enough. You need more discipline. You just need more motivation. But that's not your real problem. Your real problem is that you've been handed generic solutions designed for a completely different life than the one you're actually living. And I'll be straight with you. Most of the coaches online right now started training 2 years ago maybe. They got great content, they got great thumbnails, they have a great marketing strategy, but they have zero idea what it actually takes to help a man who has 30 years of stress in his body and different priorities competing for his attention every single day. They're better marketers than they are coaches. And when it's your body on the line, that distinction matters a lot. Let me tell you where I come from, because context does matter when you're deciding who to trust. I was a competitive athlete in high school and college. When that ended, I needed somewhere to put that drive. A friend of mine was a bodybuilder. He brought me in the gym to train with him for his competition and eventually talked me into doing the same show he was entering. In that show, I placed second in my very first competition, and that was it. I was hooked. 30 years of competing followed. I moved to Las Vegas when personal training was still a brand new profession. There were only a handful of us in the whole city with actual college backgrounds, education, and national certifications. I built a client list up to 50 to 60 people, and I competed my way through local shows, regional shows, national shows, until I finally won my IFBB Pro card by taking the overall to 2019 Mr. Universe. Since then, I've competed in 10 pro shows. I've won 2, placed second and third many times, and qualified for the Masters Mr. Olympia. But here's what I'm most proud of. The thousands of regular men and women that I've helped along the way. The guy whose doctor told him to lose weight before his knees gave out. The executive who hadn't seen his abs in 15 years. The dad who just wanted enough energy to keep up with his sons on a Saturday afternoon. Those are the wins that matter the most, and they're exactly why I'm here talking to you right now. Over 30 years working with everyone from everyday dads to professional athletes to self-made billionaires, I developed what I call Fit Beyond 40. It's a system, and here's how it works. Step 1 is a lifestyle first fitness design. We don't hand you a program and ask you to fit your life around it. We start with your schedule, your stress, your sleep, your obligations, and we build around that. Spartan Nutrition, not a fad nutrition. No one-size-fits-all diet, no magic window, no foods you have to eliminate forever. We build a nutritional approach that creates real results and that you can actually maintain, because sustainability beats intensity every single time. Step 3, strategic training that respects your body at 40, and more is not better. I don't care what the YouTube guys tell you. After 40, you need smarter training, the right stimulus, the right recovery, the right progression. We train hard but with purpose, built for your biology right now, not 20 years ago. Accountability would be step 4, without guilt. Life is going to happen, travel, late nights, family chaos. The question is how fast you'll get back on track. We build that resilience in from day one, so a bad week doesn't turn into a bad month. This is different from everything you've probably tried because it was built for your life, not somebody else's. Let me tell you about some of the men I've worked with. Men with full-time jobs, busy lives, real obligations, obligations, just like you. Brendan lost 85 pounds in 7 months, not through some extreme protocols, not through starving himself, through a smart, sustainable approach built around his actual schedule. 85 pounds in 7 months. That's what happens when the plan finally fits your life. Noah came to me wanting to lose 100 pounds. He was working out, he was trying his best to eat right, but something wasn't clicking. So what we did was we dialed in his training, built him a proper macro plan, and put together a sustainable eating strategy he could actually live with. 1 year later, 100 pounds were gone. What he told me after wasn't about the number on the scale, it was about the confidence and energy to tackle anything. Dave was referred to me through a friend. He trained hard, real intensity, real discipline, but he had never had a proper nutrition plan. His goal was to learn to train correctly and dial in his eating, and eventually compete in a bodybuilding show. Dave was a warrior. He went from 207 solid pounds down to a ripped stage-ready 151, dropping 56 pounds in roughly 5 months. Sean, a friend of mine, had a bucket list of getting lean and step on a bodybuilding stage. He was in his 50s and thought his best days were behind him, so we got to work. He went from 225 soft pounds down to a shredded 186 in 16 weeks, the best shape of his life, at any age when most guys have already given up. He earned every single picture he took on that stage. All 4 of these men had full-time jobs. They had families, responsibilities. We didn't ask them to rearrange their lives around a program. We built the program around their lives, and that's the whole point. So here's what I want you to do next. I'm inviting you to book a free strategy call with me directly. Not an assistant, not an intake form that leads you to a sales team, with me. In that call, here's what we will do. First, we'll figure out exactly where you are right now, what's working, what isn't, and what's been quietly getting in your way. Second, we identify what kind of plan would actually fit your specific schedule, your specific body, and your specific goals. Third, I give you a clear, actionable next step that you can take immediately, whether we end up working together or not. You will always walk away from that call with more clarity about your fitness path than you've had in years. And that's not a pitch, that's a promise. This is not me trying to close you in the first 5 minutes. This is a real conversation between 2 adults who want the same outcome. There's a link below this video. Click it. Pick a time that works for you. That's the whole thing I'm asking. I remember what it felt like to need a competitive outlet and not know where to channel it. I remember how much finding that path meant to me, and I spent the last 30 years helping other men and women find theirs. You don't have to have everything figured out before we talk. You just have to show up and I'll handle the rest. Click the link below, book your call, and let's get to work.